The very funny Danielle Porter.
Kevin, we do boo you. It's just alone in our cars. So I have a super fun name, and when my parents were coming up with it, my dad's one request was that my initials wouldn't be PP, because those are his initials, and he was made fun of his whole life and he's real bitter because of it. So instead, my initials are DP. Thanks, Dad. I once told that joke to an old roommate. She goes, "That's so funny. When you were telling that on stage, I was getting double penetrated." Yeah, one of us had a very different name. I like to spend a lot of time in urgent cares. Not because anything's wrong with me. I just like seeing people who are more fucked up than me. I'm just kidding. I sprained my wrist about 3.5 months ago from giving a guy a hand job, and I'm just that good. But I do kind of feel like if you sprain your wrist while giving a guy a hand job, you're not as good as you think you are. I was hooking up with this dude a while back, and at the time I was wearing this really chunky black wrist brace, and he was super concerned about the placement of my wrist, but had no concern about not using a condom. The men in here not laughing don't use condoms, and I know who you are. You may be wondering, is it hard as a woman to get laid wearing a chunky black wrist brace? And I have to be honest, it's really, really fucking easy. So easy. Like, I literally can just yell, "Who wants to have sex?" in a line around the block. I have high functioning depression. I know that's not a shock. I'm wearing a fanny pack. No healthy person wears a fanny pack. But all that really means is I can work really, really hard all day long and then go and cry in my car. I forgot to mention I work from home. Yeah, I actually work for my mom, and I don't recommend that. Don't work for my mom. We mix business with childhood trauma. Give it a second, you'll get it. Yeah, we don't really get along. We're kind of like what happens when you eat Cinnabon. And if you're not laughing at that, that just means you haven't had to shit in an airport bathroom. And I kind of hate you. I recently went back home and saw my mom, and she cornered me in the kitchen. She was a little drunk, and she looked at me and she goes, "I'm just really disappointed that you're not in a committed relationship right now." And I looked at her, and I was like, "Aren't you on your second divorce?" Disrespectful, whatever, I don't care. Here's why I'm not dating. I'm not dating because I'm in my late 20s, and I've only used dating apps, and they are terrible. They're terrible. I would like to meet somebody in person, but I feel like that's kind of hard. It's very similar to like a woman finding a pair of jeans that fit just right with deep pockets. It's just rare. So, I'm sadly still on the dating apps, and I'm on Bumble because I got banned from Tinder. And you might be wondering, how does one get banned from Tinder? You guys seem like you want to know. So, the way you get banned from Tinder is all you do is you ask men for money. Yeah. That's all you do, yeah. It doesn't matter their age, it works, I promise. There's some lonely dudes on Tinder. The problem is, I got cocky. I was very aware that I was making money, and I went home to Colorado, and I was getting super like crazy. My bio said, "Venmo me if you want my attention, super like me get my app." And they did. I'm a Colorado 10. But what ended up happening was they didn't believe me. They didn't want to give me money. Weird, I know. And so I decided to put my Tinder in New York, because I paid for Tinder Plus because I wear a fanny pack again. And that's how I found out that I'm a New York 3. I was immediately banned. So I'm on Bumble. You can find me there. And I was chatting with this dude, and he asked me what my greatest fear was. And I didn't feel comfortable telling this. You know, my parents told me not to tell strangers secrets about me on the internet. So instead, I'll just tell this room full of people. My greatest fear is being kidnapped or raped, or turning into my mother. Yeah. So what I told him instead was, if I tell you, it won't come true. And that's why I'm not in a relationship. Oh. Do you guys think that serial killers think about finding other serial killers in their shower?